Hello, all Havoc here. So, between last episode and this episode, I finished pretty much everything off that needed to get built. I got all four hydrogen tanks built and reconfigured all the blocks a little bit. Our solar panels aren't standing upright anymore, they're all laying down in some sort of fashion. And you can hear the refinery kicking away. That's not here no more. I moved it, flipped it over on its side, and put upgrades on it. So we check out inventory here. Got a bunch of nickel and magnesium. I've already gone through and collected. Let's see here. Let's go to, I think it's the assembler that's holding it all. So we have a bunch of silicon, cobalt, magnesium, which is work in progress, nickel, iron. We don't have a lot of right now, but I'm sitting on a deposit of it. I just haven't gone and collected it yet. And gold, there was a large deposit down below. I'll go down and show you guys that in a few minutes. And silver. I've gone through and done a bunch of upgrades. I got all of the tier 2 stuff because the tier 3 requires platinum, which isn't found on the planet. Or it's super uber rare at least. Let's see, I moved the ore detector from upstairs to over here because it kind of tucked in underneath the assembler and its upgrades. So everything, this is all power efficiency. And this one here is using the effectiveness. So we're going to get more out of each ore that way. So we have the antenna to finish building. Our radio components are in our little runabout craft over there. And let's see what else we have left to do. Ore detector, I think, needs to be completed too. No, it is complete. Okay. I tore apart the appendage on the back of the runabout and put the ore detector back together. So that's why we have our ore detector back together. Climb in here real quick. All right. Fill up our hydrogen. So, speaking of hydrogen, almost all the tanks are, about one is full. So that's at 99s, 85, 85, and then these ones down here are all in the 90s as well. Yeah. So what happened was this one here was not on stockpile, so it didn't get switched onto stockpile until towards the end. But still. So, to fill up all these tanks with ice. Yeah. It's taken a while. And I've added this in to facilitate it taking so long. This has all been carved out. So for a while it was falling into here, but then the room got so wide that it just wasn't making it to the collector. So, but it does make it easier to get the ore back faster. So let me do this real quick, show you guys what I was doing. So get a large collection like that, run around, pick it all up. You too, there we go. No one left behind. I do that, come over here, and then drop it here. So it ends up saving going all the way upstairs and all the way back downstairs multiple times. And there was a couple of times where I wasn't paying attention to how much I had mined, and then looked back, and I guess my trash removals turned on or something, and it, well, it removed all the stuff I had mined. But still, it's a pretty effective way of getting inventory around. It took a little bit of resources, but it's not something that we just can't reclaim before we leave. Okay, so that part's done. Hey, there's some stuff down here. Oh yeah, I was grinding on something and it exploded, and my inventory was partially full as well, which didn't help. So we have all this uranium still we can collect, and then down over this way is nothing but gold. So you can see I've harvested some, not a lot. Between this episode and next episode, that's going to be my focus, is getting the uranium collected and the gold collected, because those are the two that I have the least amount of. Gold, there's not a huge call for, but when you need it, you need it. So I figure we get a couple thousand units of gold and we'll be good. Because once we get into orbit, we'll be collecting more resources there. And I did refine the path to the iron as well. It's a little bit larger, you can tell. It's a little bit easier to get to. So on the docket for today, I would really, I didn't even mean to do that. I would like to really disconnect the ship from the station and move it over. The landing gear have been removed from the ship because, oh wait, that's not even going to work. A couple of you guys have pointed out that it's going to explode as soon as I turn it into a large ship, and I totally agree. Let's see here. I want to go with number 7. I just realized that we're just going to basically repeat the problem, and I don't want that to happen. So we're going to have to add a couple blocks to get this higher up so we don't repeat the same problem of the landing gear being positioned into the ice. So that'll work like that. 9. Okay, so there we go. So now the goal now is to, I'm going to set that to auto lock and max torque, and then we'll disconnect, convert this to a large ship, and fly it over. Got to disconnect this. I'm going to leave that connected for now. Let's see. So we only have one landing gear, so it should be really easy to find. There it is. Auto lock. There it is. So then we'll just fly it over. We'll land it on there and add landing gear to the ship on the bottom side of it once we've done that. As I was building that landing gear just now, I just realized we're missing one critical component. And I actually feel pretty derpy for forgetting it. We're missing a gyro. Where do we add it? You can add it like under here or something. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. There's where our gyro is going. I completely forgot that we needed this. That's not what I wanted to happen. Get rid of that. So 600 steel plates. Conveyor. I think this is, yeah, there we go. So we just need a couple hundred steel plates and we're good. There we go. That could have been messy quick. As soon as we would have bumped something, we would have been off angle, and yeah. Alright, so in theory, yes, I'm not sure how I want to do this, because do we want to disconnect the merge block? I think we want to disconnect that. We have hydrogen, right? Yes, we do. Alright. So I think we'll disconnect merge block with thrusters engaged and convert it to a large ship. Question mark? Alright, so let's do this. Thrusters. I'll switch to on. All hydrogen tanks are no longer going to be on stockpile. Merge block off. Alright, let's go out to an outside view, can we? Wow. So we want to go this way. This is an extremely odd orientation. Whoa, there we go. How are we doing on fuel? We have 4 hours of flight time. Okay, so we want to go up. Oh, that's perfect. And we want to go up a little bit more. That's good. And now we want to go backwards, which would be like so. And that should do it. Hopefully we can kill our engines now. Let's go to K. Thrusters all to off. Alright, so now we're docked. That went a lot better than I expected. So let's go ahead and hop out. Alright, so we got to keep an eye on our hydrogen because right now that's how we're getting back up here. I do plan on disassembling that entire guy and using it for components on this, or actually you can just disassemble it. All we need is the antenna components and add those back into the ship so we can get our radar back online. So we won't need this no more. And we can actually disassemble everything else down below. All these tubes and stuff like that. And now we need to add landing gear to this guy, and then whoa, that's a hole. Come on now. And then we will be ready for takeoff here very soon. Like I said, I just want to get some more resources together, and that's pretty much going to be it. Just grab some more resources, and we're going to take off. We're going to head over here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go land on that moon, and so we can get some platinum and some other fun stuff and set up a small base there. I would like to build a medical facility here. Can we do that? Need to put a hydrogen tank in our bag. Inventory. Ox. Where's the hydrogens? There they are. Alright, so that way we can make sure to get up here. So production. Medical components are explosive. There we go. Iron, nickel, and silver. We can. I think we should. Let's go to large blocks. So we have a base to come back to, basically. I think that'd be pretty awesome. So we need to put a battery, a solar panel, and a medical station on the platform. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and let that work. Let's go ahead and build a battery and a solar panel also. And solar panel. Okay, so let that do its thing, and I'm going to go ahead and work on, and just had parts laying all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and work on getting the landing gear added and getting the other ship ground down. And when I get that taken care of, I'll bring you guys back. So we'll see you after the cut. Okay, so we're back. I just finished the landing gear, and I also moved the cockpit. I thought it seemed a little wonky, the orientation that the craft was flying in. But as I finished the cockpit, I stood here for a second just before I hit record, and I noticed the ship is starting to list. So the landing gear is actually starting to fail. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off, and I think I just did it again. We're going to take off real quick and land on the ice and see what we can do with about that. So let's see here. Let's climb in here. Let's go with K. I don't know how we're going to break free of the landing gear. I think we're going to have to put this thing in auto hover and then go break that other landing gear. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So it's K. Let's turn all our thrusters back on. We should be able to hop out and break this landing gear. There we go. Let's quickly get back in or something goes sideways. Alright, so let's zoom out. We're going to clear that structure? Yeah, we are. Okay. So we'll just move over here a bit. Let's go ahead and rotate too. And let's go ahead and set down. Just nice and gently. There we go. Hit the parking brake. Kill all our thrusters. And we're back on the planet. Alright, that's cool. So then also, one thing I was looking at as well is when we're going to do this, may as well leave this here behind. So I actually crafted up some more radio components to finish our radar antenna. And I figured may as well just leave the... we should put the solar panel up here, huh? Leave this little rover here. So if we do come back here, we have something to get around on. And the mining shaft can stay intact as well. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to leave that behind it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab the components we needed for the medical bay, build that real quick. And let's see what's going to take. So we need the 15 medical components, 204 interior plates. So it needs a lot of crap. Okay, so... it's probably mostly that, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like it. Our inventory's full. Okay. Did we grab the interior plates for? Yeah, we did. So let's go fly over here, drop this down. Put it like so. Yeah, it looks good. And 80 construction components and more metal grids. Guess we did put this a little far away, but yeah, it'll be alright. Meant to hit inventory. 80 construction components. Some metal grids, which we already grabbed some, so... let's just grab all that. Okay, 10 computers and 5 large tubes, and we're done. Sweet. Alright, so this guy's online. So we hit K. And there we go. So now we have a medical station here, and we can come back to if we need to. In our next episode, we're actually going to take off. We're going to head, like I said, to the moon of Mars there, or Mars-like. And We'll set up a base there, and then we'll actually make a lander to go straight onto Mars. So cool. Hopefully, I would like to see if there's some asteroids out there too. That'd be kind of cool if we can go build an asteroid base somewhere. Maybe by the time we get to the 3rd planet, we'll start looking at making jump drives and stuff like that. So, all right, so we're gonna wrap up the episode today. Let me know what you guys think. I think it was a success. So I'd like to see some thumbs up and some comments in below, and let me know what you guys think about what we pulled off in such a short a number of episodes, as well as our destination. You guys like the idea of heading to the moon and setting up a base there, and then launch to the planet? We can return back to the moon and then launch out there. So, alright, this is Havoc. Have fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep gaming.